Okay, I am back on. I am going to send Gina another invite. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Okay. Okay. So I sent her another invite. So I did share the previous video. So I am back. I'm your host, Donna Taylor, with Hot Topics with Donna, where we talk honest, open, and transparent. And so tonight we have been talking to my niece, Gina Jackson, about her life. And if you missed the first part, we've been talking about incarceration of her baby's father. And so we're gonna finish up the interview if that we have technical difficulties, so we can't control that. But thank you guys for coming back on. Wait and see if she can come back on. Hey, we back. We're on it.
I'm
Nana,
back.
Nana is on here. Hey,
Hi,
Scott. Thank you
Nana.
for joining us. And so, so how I was asking, how was it financially trying to go to school, work, take care of a baby? So how was that? How did that play a part?
Um, Hi, Franny. Financially, it was rough in the beginning. In the very beginning, it was a little rough financially. Once I kind of got accustomed to everything, started. I'm really good with For one, I save amazingly. But for two, I also am really good with balancing and prioritizing. I'll do my own hair. I'll do everything myself if I have to, as long as Caden is provided for. So once I kind of started a balance and got kind of like okay with everything, I told you I had two cars. I told you I had a black car and a white one. I sold the black car.
Right,
I
right.
sold the black car, and so I kept the money from that. That was something I could use for savings. And then once I went to school, I got my stipends. I would save those. I never spent them. So every time I got money, I just saved it. I never used it for anything. My tax money, saved that. Anything that I have, I save. So once I started really saving and kind of getting comfortable with that, I was fine. I said I would never be in a place again where something could happen randomly and I not be financially prepared for my baby. So I saved and I saved and I still do to
Right.
this day.
And I mean, and that's good because sometimes, we, how, your mom, said, you need to save for a rainy day because you never know, what's going to happen. And like you said, your life turned upside down just like that, and
Yes, it
so,
did.
and that's the stage that I'm in now, even
Yes,
with
you are.
JT's death, going from a two people household, if you will, now
Yep.
down to mine. And so you
I
have to be very careful because, like you said, you don't never know how your life will shift. And
yes.
so it's been a struggle, but I trust God, and he's still providing, he's still making a way. And some things that I want, I can't have right now. It doesn't mean that I would never have them. It's just that
Yep.
I can't, I may want a pair of shoes, or I may want some new hair, but hey, get it. It's just not.
Exactly.
And so did you have to sacrifice a
And
lot of
that's
things that
okay.
you wanted for yourself?
Donna, you going out a little
I'm
bit.
here.
You said that I had to sacrifice. I
Huh?
think it was going out a little bit. I think parenting in general is a bit of a sacrifice. Um, I think
Right.
I always say being a mom is the most selfless thing you can do. You give out your body, you give up your body, you come back
Right.
out with stretch
You're right.
marks,
You're right.
your boobs hanging, and everything else. You just, it's a different thing. But being a mom is one of the most selfless things. So I'll always
Yeah.
have to sacrifice for Kaden, and I'm perfectly okay with that. My life is sacrificing for Kaden, and I am 100% okay. Everything that I do is for Kaden. What I will say though is it took me a long time to realize I needed to provide for myself too and make sure I was doing things. I saw this post one day. that says as a mother, you need to do things to remind yourself that you're a woman, not just a mother.
Right,
And I
right.
started yoga. I started pole dancing classes. I started aerial yoga. And that is when the depression, in 2018, I started doing all these different things, yoga, and I started doing all these things, and they helped so much. I started getting into
Right.
chakras. I started wearing my waist beads, all these positive
Oh
things to
yeah,
remind
girl,
me that as
I got some waist beads on right
yeah,
now.
me too. I've had them on for what, since 2018 now? So is that 1920? I've had them on for 3 years now. I love them and they balance you and they're
Yes,
amazing.
girl, yes. I didn't, because I see people talk about waist beads, whatever. And so my friend Lynetta, she had made
Uh-huh.
her some. And so, we were like, dang, we want to do some. So Sunday we went to her
Uh-huh.
house and I love them, but it was so funny. People never wear them because I'm like, I told her, I said, girl, these things is like under my breast. She said, don't worry, they're gonna do what they're supposed to do. And they're
Yes, they do.
gonna but I'm telling you, I and it's funny because I always consider myself, I always, thought, well, I'm sexy, I still got it. But I'm telling you, when I put these waist beads on, I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh, you know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
And
I
so
bought my
I'm
I
just
bought
like,
my cousin some and she said the same thing. She was like, "Yes, it just gives you a different you just feel different.
yes,
You feel like a
yes,
woman, Aunt Donna. You feel like
yes,
a woman.
yes,
Yes, you feel
yes,
like you are a woman. And I think that was the amazing part about it. In 2018, it hit me that I needed to get out of the I stopped drinking. I stopped drinking for a year and a half. I was celibate. I just went through all these different things. At the end of
right.
2016, I stopped drinking. I was celibate. I just went through this about 2.5 years of just not doing anything. And in that time, I said, Gina, you need to focus on being a
Right. I'm
healthy
trying to read
woman.
Franny's
And
post. She said she realized
what she
that
say?
at 12 years after being a mother, I was so
Self
focused
care. I
on
learned
being a
in
mom, I let myself go.
grad school. And girl, I'm a
Self
hot mess
care
now.
learned
Ha ha,
in grad
living my
school.
best life.
Hot mess
I
now.
can't wait to make some. Yes, Franny.
Yes,
Yes, make
but see, I
them.
didn't know. Yes, I didn't know you can make them. So whenever I come visit you or whatever, you have to show me where to get some. But yeah, we made them, and it was so amazing because
Yeah.
we were just like sitting on the floor,
Yes.
just making these beads. And I was just like, yes. And so now I've had them on since
Hi, sissy.
Sunday. Who on there?
My sister is on here, Shamika Williams. That's
Oh,
my big sister.
oh, tell her I said hi. But yeah, girl, these waist beads is everything. They have
I
really
love them.
like they've
I
given me
love
life.
them.
I had to
So I
get used
have
to it.
I've had these on for one of them I've had on for 4 years. That was the first one, and it was self-discovery. And that's the one I got in 2018. And it was about discovering yourself after a
Right,
change. Hi,
right,
Sissy. It was about
right.
discovering Sissy, this is my Aunt Donna. That's my sister. We have the
Hey,
same
how are you?
biological
When
dad,
I
Aunt
see
Donna.
when I
Oh.
see you talking, when I see you say Shamika Williams, I'm like, is she
Oh,
talking
Shamika,
about?
our cousin.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
no,
what I
no,
think you're
no.
talking about. Yes.
No, that's
That's
my sister. We have the same biological dad. That's my sissy.
okay.
But yes, so I have four. I have one that's about self-discovery. I have
Right.
one that is in it's from her name is Aleo, African waist
Okay.
beads. She
Okay.
makes African spiritual waist beads. But yes, so I have my waist beads and Aunt Donna, yes, if they're up here, it's gonna roll down. Don't worry. They're gonna
Girl,
roll down, girl.
wait. I met her the other day. I
They're
said,
gonna
girl,
they're
I
gonna do
said,
their
I
job.
thought I was gonna lose you. That's what she said. She said,
Yes.
don't worry. But it doesn't even matter that they're up here because I know the common goal is for them to go
Get
down.
down.
But
Yep.
I know we're having so much fun. But how did your faith play an important role in being a single mom?
And anyone who knows me, I say the same thing. I curse like a sailor, and I twerk every time City Girls plays because that's going to be me, and I'm never going to change that. But I talk to God all day. I start my day off talking to God. I thank Him for waking me and my family up. I ask him to bless me.
Yeah.
And I have like a bunch of things I ask for in the morning. I ask him to bless me, to allow me to not take things so personal, for me to have an open mind about
Right.
stuff. And then at the end of the day,
Right.
I thank him for everything. I thank God for the things he didn't put in my life because it's a reason. I thank God for the things he took out of my life because it's a reason. I
Yes.
thank God for
Yes.
everything. And throughout the day, when I'm driving,
Yes.
I'm like, Lord, this person trying me today. You better talk some sense into me, Lord. Like I talk to God all day long. I say the same thing. I curse like a sailor, and I will never not do that because God knows my heart. I'm going to twerk every time I hear City Girls because God knows my heart. But do I pray every morning, every night, and throughout the day? Yes. I have an amazing, amazing relationship with God.
And
I
and
pray.
that's the thing, Gina. People think when we get saved that we're supposed to be perfect. We're not gonna be perfect
Yeah,
till we check up out of here, you know.
exactly.
And so, like you said, you only because you curse, people, that's not gonna keep you out of heaven because God
It's
looks at
not.
our heart. He looks at our
Yes, he
heart, and
does.
so I am so glad to know that God is just living in you and you're just trusting
Yeah.
because you know when we allow God to be the center of our life, it doesn't matter what situation you're in, you can survive.
Yep.
Because I remember when you came here for JT's service, and you
Yeah.
said, Aunt Donna, you are so strong. But it wasn't me. He prepared me. You know, he
Yeah.
prepared me. And some days, and you know, Saturday is going to be a whole
I
year,
know. I
a
know.
whole
I'm
year.
heartbroken.
And
It's
so,
2 days after my birthday. I remember. I've
yeah,
been
and
waiting.
so
I'm coming to
I'm
see
excited.
him. I'm coming to North Carolina. I think I'm
So,
gonna come in June because I'm gonna come see
so
my
if you
uncle. We
come,
gonna go see
well,
him.
if you come, we have to go to Charleston because that's where I put his ashes
That's
because
reason.
um, our plan, because you know, me, him, and Cameron always go to the beach for you know Thanksgiving or Christmas or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So I, you know, we went there because I had met, you know, Tony and Franny there because they was going to get my car, whatever. And so I
Yeah.
chose to do that because Myrtle Beach was too open, to not personal.
Yeah.
And so when we went to this Sullivan's Island, it was personal
Hi,
because you know
Tony.
Jen with hey Tony, so Jen with me, and so it was so funny because you know JT's sense of humor, you know he crazy, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it had so me and Jen is walking to the beach in trenches, like
Mm-hmm.
water, like just water. And I said, JT, you would do
Really?
something like this because that's just who you are. And so I had and so I had his bag of ashes. And so Jen
Uh-huh.
said, okay, so where do you want to go? She said, I'm just going to let you walk and let you figure out where you want to go. And I said, well, let's just
Yeah.
sit down because at this point, I still had to get my mind mentally ready because that was
Yeah.
saying like goodbye. That was saying
Goodbye.
goodbye.
Yeah.
And so I dug a little hole and put some ashes in there. And it was
Mm-hmm.
so funny because God orchestrated. It was three like little flowers. And I said that was
Mm-hmm.
the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and it was just like on the little hill like. And so
Really?
I said, this is where I'm gonna put. I said, I'm gonna put you
Yeah.
here. And so I spreaded it out, and it was funny. I have to show you how it came out after I spread them. But the funny
Yeah.
thing is, when I was like spreading some in the air, I had on like some leggings. I had so
Uh-huh.
many ashes on me, and I was like, JT, like you have to let me go. Like
Yes, you know that was him
I was
holding
like,
on.
so I'm
He was
riding
holding
home
on.
with all his ashes on my leg. Yeah, and
Him
so
holding
and
on.
now I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so and you know, and it's just amazing how when we have God in our life and
Yeah.
truly have Him, not that, you know, because He knows we're not perfect and He knows that we're going to err. But don't ever apologize for cussing or twerking because God knows
Yeah.
your heart. And when you
He does.
know you have a true relationship with God,
Mm-hmm.
He already know. He already know that because some things He takes from us because He
Mm-hmm.
know that this needs to be gone. And then some
Yep.
things He leave in us, and the next thing you know, you may not even be cussing next month, and
Yeah,
you probably like,
exactly.
and so it's just amazing that you have a relationship, and it's just amazing that you have really showed your strength, and
Yeah.
only God could give you that strength, because
Yep.
if he didn't, you would have not
Gotten
overcame
through any of it.
addiction. You would have not been able to still love your child, minister to your child, give him what he needs and not what you think he wants.
Yep.
And that's
And
the
even
same.
Caden knows. Caden,
See?
for his birthday, he got a bunch of money. And I said, Caden, what's the first thing you do? Thank God. Thank you. He knows. We don't play. In this house, we do not play. And here's the thing, he has a God-fearing family. Everyone around us is God-fearing. You know what I
Yes,
mean? My
yes,
mama, my sister, you, everyone around us,
yes, yes,
even on Jamal's
yes,
side, Jamal's mother, Caden's grandmother over there. We are all very God-fearing people. So Caden has it in him as well. He prays. I tell Caden when I tuck him in at night, don't forget to say your prayers. I know. Like, and I'll stand outside the door. I'll hear him now. I lay me down to sleep. Like my baby, we don't play. We say anytime he gets anything, I say, Caden, what's the first thing you do? Thank God. And he knows it. Anyone he knows we thank God around here. So yeah,
and
God
that
is listen, we pray and he knows my heart more than anything. I always say the same thing. God knows my heart. He sees everyththing that other people don't
yeah,
see. So, and he gets
and,
me through it.
and that's the beauty of it, because we can fool and deceive people
Mm-hmm.
every day. We can put on these airs and think that we got it all together,
Yep.
and that's one reason why I don't post a lot on Facebook, because when I had made that post, just being transparent, my
Mm-hmm.
friend was like, dang, she was like, when I saw this post, she was like, I was like, did she really post? Because you can get so caught up into what Facebook is trying to show you, but you
Mm-hmm.
have to look beyond what you see, because it will have you thinking that people got it all together, and
These
we do not.
perfect lives that they do not.
We don't. No, we don't.
Exactly. And
Because,
I will never be that person on Facebook. I'm very private in general. This is very like different for me. Anyone who knows me
and
knows this is very different for me.
well, look at me.
Because
I'm stepping outside my box. So hey, I got
exactly.
to bring
And
you
so
out too.
when you asked me, I said, if she can do it, I can do it too. So Gina, you gonna
Yes,
do it.
yes,
Because I'm very private. You'll rarely see me posting on Facebook because Facebook will, like, even school stuff like that. You'll just rarely see me doing any of it. When I
right,
move, when I get a new car, I'm just not that person. I'm not gonna boast. For one, you never want your humble brags to come across as bragging, because you never know what other
right,
people are
right,
suffering from, and you never know who's
right.
wishing for your downfall. I'm really big on energies and spirits and stuff. I don't need none of that
Yes,
around
yes,
me.
no,
But like you in social media will really have people hating you because they think your life is perfect, or
right,
because
right,
we think or because they want what you have. And I'm not that
right.
person. Nothing over here is perfect. And I'll make those posts that say, if you see me happy, just know I deserved it, because I have went through hell and
Exactly,
back, and I have
exactly,
overcome it, and I have
exactly.
overcome it with God and my kid, and keeping God and then my child first. I deserve
Right,
every
right,
blessing that I am getting, but people don't know
right.
that, because like you said, Aunt Donna, people see on social media and they just think everything's perfect and they think everything's okay, so they don't understand when you are winning, or when it is something good going on. They don't understand that you deserve that. So yeah,
Exactly,
I'm really big on,
exactly.
I'm
And
super private.
yeah, and that's
Go
why
ahead.
I put that post. Sometimes it's best to move in silent, because
Mm-hmm.
I have learned, like you said,
Yes, make moves in
everybody
silent. I
not
agree.
everybody's not cheering you on. And so
Yes.
even with my mentor organization, sometimes I don't post pictures or something to after the fact, because sometimes people, they don't want you to succeed, and because of
Yeah.
however they feel about you, and they don't even know your struggles. They don't even know
Nope.
that, what, I am not in a good place, but because they see this, they automatically assume, oh, well, they think they this and they
Exactly.
think they that. But they don't
Exactly.
know the struggle that you've been through. And so
Yep.
that's why now I only promote what I'm doing. And when God say for me to post, I post. But if I post, it's about, hey, encouraging someone, because sometimes my every move is not everybody's business, because I don't know
Exactly.
who have it out for me, but I know the Holy Spirit knows
Exactly.
who have it out for me. So I know I'm protected in
Exactly.
that realm. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm
Exactly.
protected.
Yep.
So that's why we have to be careful, because we're living in a time where people do not care about you or what you got going on. And
No, they don't.
sometimes the one that we think rooting for us be
Are
the one
not.
that's praying for our downfall. And so that's why, when I start doing this, I'm just like, okay, all right, Lord. And so, but I have found that in doing this, I'm growing in every way. Because I don't do this. I like being in the background, I like being in the background, but I'm just embracing the new season that I'm in. I really am. And I'm just so thankful that you're embracing the season that you're in. So, are you dating? That's what I want to know. I think she's froze. We're going to see if she's dating before we get off this live. Okay, so she went off. So I don't know if she's going to come back on. But yes, but guys, just, you know, just love where you are. And just always remember, you don't have to prove anything to anybody. As long as you're good, as long as you're in right standing with the Lord, that's all that matters. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what it doesn't matter who you are in life. Just be thankful for where you are, because at any time God can take his hands and you can lose everything.
You
It
sure
doesn't
can.
matter. So, and that's why we have to be mindful not to get so far up here, because when he says shut it down, you didn't have no choice but to shut it down. So
Exactly.
I want to know, now that you finished school, so, and now that
Yes.
you're in all of this, so are you dating? I mean, is there a best friend? Not, you know,
um, oh gosh. Let's see. So, uh, I am
you,
I've kind of been in this like I've been in this like
just
off
okay.
game
So
where
you know
I've
your
been
aunt
like
Donna gonna ask you a question.
I've been in like this phase right now where I was finishing up school and focused on that. And I was just like, okay, can
A
y'all
little
hear
bit.
me? Sorry, it was me. I tried to, it got off because I tried
Uh,
to ignore a
Lord,
call and
keep
it
going.
cut off the whole thing. You hear me? Okay. Um, so I mean,
I'm
I
trying
was
to
in
see.
this
Try
place
to
where I
read
was like
comments.
finishing up. Okay. I was finishing
It froze.
entertaining any, hold on. Can you hear me? Can
I
you hear
can't
me?
hear you.
Hold on.
Can you move around? Move around. She's frozen again. I hope it's on her end. And if it's on my end, then I'll go back out. So, but we're going to be closing up anyway. But I just was asking her, if she's dating, and she's going to give me an answer, I guess, or a roundabout answer. But I just hope you guys have really enjoyed her and enjoyed her story, because it's truly, truly amazing. And it's just truly, truly for me, being her aunt, to know that she has a relationship with Christ, because we need that. And if we don't have a relationship with Christ, we can think we're winning and think we're getting ahead, because Satan can give us the same thing, but it won't last. Because if it's not from God, it will not last. And I hate to bust people bubbles, but in whatever if it's not truly from God, if God didn't truly give it to us, it ain't gonna last. Don't matter what you're doing, it's just not gonna last. So before I let you go, because I just,
Gotta know. So can you hear me now?
uh-huh.
Sorry, it was me. I was
Yep.
getting a call, and when I tried to ignore the call, it just knocked
Yeah.
everything off, and it just wouldn't
It
get
keeps
right back.
freezing up because you try not.
Um, yeah, it's this call. For one, your son, Donna, your son on here talking about sneaky links. No, Tony. For one, if it was a sneaky link, I wouldn't be telling y'all. That doesn't make it sneaky. But no, I was finishing up school, and I just was like, okay, I'm off men completely. I just need to focus on school. So I was kind of in that vibe now. I mean, and then the pandemic, I hadn't really been like, I mean, I have friends, but I hadn't really been like really, really entertaining people. The person that I brought to North Carolina with me, I had been in a situationship, let's say, with him for about 2 years. And now that one's, I don't know if you remember him, but that one's completely done now. I'll love him probably forever, but just as far as we're kind of in two different places, so that was that. So now I guess
Right.
I'll be open now. You finding me a husband, girl? You can find me a husband if you want to find. Go
No,
ahead.
I got to find me one first.
Listen, you
But
can find me a husband. Go
no,
find
but
me a nice, good
you
Christian
you
man.
just gotta take your time.
Yeah, that's
Take
what
your
I'm doing.
time and
I'm
just
okay.
know that God is going to prepare someone for you. Like me
Yeah.
and Angie was saying, He will find that perfect man for you, because it's going to
Yep.
come from Him. And you just always just got to know your worth. Just know your worth.
Yes.
Don't settle. And that's where I'm at now with my life. I won't settle. If you can't come correct, and
Exactly.
especially if you don't have Christ, we can't deal, because for me, not having Christ is my biggest deal breaker. It's
Exactly.
it's it's it's
Exactly.
really my biggest deal breaker. And even if he have Christ, it doesn't mean he's going to be perfect, but he'll be able to love me and treat me how God say a man is supposed to treat his
Just
wife.
to treat a
And
woman.
so
Yes.
uh, just have a good time, and
Yeah,
continue to
my
do
biggest
great.
thing is I just keep saying, God's making the man for me. Whatever man is meant for me, God is creating him, and he's gonna come when it's time. And
That's
that
what I
I'm
said
okay with that.
yesterday with Angie. I told her, I was like, the
Yeah.
man God. I'm gonna tell you what, the man God has for me, He is creating him right now,
Exactly.
because
And
He
he's
got to deal with my attitude sometimes.
hmm
He don't have to be able to deal with my attitude, and He has to be able to deal with just who I am in general,
yep.
because sometimes we allow people to change us, and so we just
Yeah.
have to be in a place to be. We always have to be in a position to receive Him, but we also have to be diligent, not just settling because we want, we
Yeah.
don't want to be lonely. So
Yep.
that's
And
why
that's
when
my
I feel
biggest
myself
thing.
getting
I think
lonely, I eat. When I get lonely, I eat.
I eat. That's what I need to do. Like, so I went through when I told you when in 2016, once I was celibate and I stopped drinking and I just kind of stopped hanging out, I stopped doing all of it. That was my time where I said, Gina, you have to learn to be alone, and you have to learn to like it. And me learning to be alone
Yes,
and learning
yes,
to like it, that helped. Now I don't need, for one, I don't need a man for anything. I pay my own rent. I pay my own car note. I take care of my son myself. If you're coming to me, you really got to be coming with something that I can use, something valuable, because I don't need help with anything. I'm
right,
blessed. I have been
right.
blessed. I
Um,
am a, I don't need your money. I'm good. When you come, you have to come to me with
yeah.
something
Franny
that is
said, how
valuable,
long have
something that I may have missed it. How
Franny want to know
long
how long have
will
Jamal
Jamal
been
be?
in?
Jamal's been in jail for the last 6 years. How long he'll be in jail, I don't know. That's more of his business. So I try not to really get into too much of that with him. I mean, well, period. That's not my
Right,
place.
right, right, right.
But it won't be. Jamal's not my man, though, Franny. That's the question, girl. He's not my man. So, he even when he gets out, he'll be Caden's dad. He won't be my husband. So that's that. But so if that's the question, no. But he has an amazing, him and Kaden, they haven't, you missed that part. Him and Kaden have an amazing relationship. They're great. Um They're great. Me and him are cool. That's the homie.
So
We have a kid together. We've been in each other's lives at this point for almost 15 years. He'll always be in my life, girl. But
right,
he won't be my man again. And he's very much aware of that. And
yeah,
he
yeah.
doesn't he's good. I'm good. We have a child together. That's it. He'll always
So
be my family though.
so he so at any point did he ever think that you guys might get back together?
Oh, no. No. No.
Because you made it clear, right?
Yeah, no, he had no. That was done. Remember, you asked about that anger earlier, Aunt Donna. You said, "Were you angry, girl?" All that anger he got, he knew that was done. That wasn't even a mistake in it. He knew that was done. But he has a mutual respect for. He works in jail, for example. He works while he's in jail. To be able, he sends me money. Christmas comes, he sends me money. He's like, "Hey, I want to help with Kaden." Caden's birthday just came. He sent me money to help with Caden's birthday. He works. So
That's
he does an
awesome.
amazing job. And even for my graduation, he sent me a congratulations card to the house. He sent Caden a birthday card. They draw him and stuff. So
That's
we, like I said, we
awesome.
have a decent relationship, and he has an amazing relationship with his son. So that is, that's that. But no,
That's
Franny,
so
that was a good
commendable.
question.
Yeah, no, just tell him I said hi. But that's a good.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
I
and you
will.
know what? And that's a good way to be because, like you said, you could have easily allow yourself to be stuck in a hateful place,
Mhm.
and sometimes just being hateful and unforgiveness, it takes too much. It's
It
just too much.
does. Listen, it
It's like
takes
an
too
8-hour
much
job.
out of you. I just want
Yes,
to be happy. That's why I'm
me
okay
too.
with being single. I just want to be happy.
Yeah,
I say it all the time. I like my peace. I like my little house, my little apartment with me and my baby. We are happy. We're peaceful. I like my peace, and I don't want anybody to come interrupt that peace. So that's why I know God is going to bring the perfect man for me, a man who won't bother my peace, a man who's
yes,
going to
yes,
understand when I want to be alone, understand that I'm independent and I can take care of myself. If you're coming, you got
yes,
to be bringing
yes,
something different.
yes,
You got to
yes.
be able to stimulate my mind before anything else. You got to respect me. You
Thank
got
you,
to
Lord.
respect me as a mother, as a
Yeah,
single
yeah,
mother. There's a lot of different things that are going
yes.
to go into that. I like my peace, and I just like being happy. So I'm okay. I'm
Yeah,
peaceful. I'm okay.
and that's what I say. Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I say too, Gina. When people start disrupting my peace and start all that
Hmm.
kind of stuff, I I just can't do it. She said, I knew that part, but of course didn't know the story. Oh, but yeah,
Oh, thank you, Franny.
but when people start disrupting your peace, it's time you have to go because like you said,
Hmm.
when I come home, my home is peaceful.
Yes, it
I can
is.
go in my room, I can lay down, I can cut my music on, and I don't have to worry about being disturbed because I'm telling you, peace of mind is everything.
Yes, it is.
Peace of mind is everything. And when
Yes.
we allow people to disrupt our peace, it wears and tears on our body mentally, physically.
Hmm.
And I'm just not willing to do that, because we have a lot
Hmm.
of people to wear on us, but you can't do it.
You
You
sure
just
can.
can't do it. And so,
And
like
the
I said,
thing is, when I've noticed once I started my yoga, started with my waist beads journey, started with all those things, even school got easier. Like the stress I used to feel with
hmm
school,
hmm
it was just like,
right,
it'll get done. Like you just felt like
yeah.
I work out. I told you I work out now. When I would finish those things, I just felt like such a level of, I just felt this peace and I've
Mhm.
enjoyed it. I've always said if I didn't get the peace that I got, I feel like 2020 throughout that pandemic where it really took a toll on everyone's mental health, it really could have like hurt me.
Right.
I was fine though. I was perfectly fine. Um,
Yeah.
when stuff like that happens. Yes, it is, Franny. That happens a lot. And
Right.
where
Right.
women, especially women our age, Franny, that are younger, they get so caught up in their own feelings and their own emotions,
Yes.
their own
Yes.
depression that they
Yes.
forget that they're also a mother. I was a mother before anything. I was a woman, and I had to learn this. I was a woman first, but then I became a mother, and I was a mother first. And Caden's feelings, everything going on with Caden, Franny, you'll have to go back and watch it. We can talk about it, girl. But where I talked
Right.
about Caden going to therapy and his anxiety and all of that. Those were always my number one concern was getting him worked
Right.
out.
Right.
And then I had to start working on myself. So yes, Caden, once I got that figured out, Aunt Donna, once I did the therapy for him, once I realized, okay, Gina, you need to start doing stuff for you. So at the end of
Right.
2018, I started my yoga. I started wearing my waist beads. I started looking into different things. The waist beads help balance you. They help balance your
Yes,
life. They bring a balance
yes,
to you. They make you feel good. And like I said, I saw this
yes.
thing from this woman that said women, mothers, get so caught up in being mothers too much that they forget that they need to do things to remind themselves that they are a woman. And after that,
Exactly.
now I do things to remind myself that I'm a woman. And those waist beads, like you said, Aldana, they make you feel sexy. They make you feel happy. That's what I'm doing. I'm reminding myself that I'm a
Yeah,
woman. I'm young. I'm happy. I'm youthful. I
exactly.
just got my degree and I'm going to get more degrees. Like, we're going to be
That's right.
good.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And just like my friend Lynetta on here, because when she was telling us about the waist beads,
mhm.
and I was like, okay, we're gonna do it. But I'm telling you, like I really and truly do feel different since I
Yes,
have on the.
wearing
I mean,
them.
I've always felt sexy, but I'm telling you, it's just a different level of feeling sexy about who you are. And I'm not saying it in a provocative way. It's just
No,
being like,
I get it.
yeah, and
It's
so
a
I,
woman, it's a feminine, it's a sensual
yes,
way. It's not
and so
provocative. It just makes you feel, I don't know,
make
alive,
me two
something.
more, so I can have four. Exactly.
Yes, get your,
But it is
I
just
had
so.
4.
I might need to get me some more waist beads. But
You
I
sure
just want to
do.
say I love you, and I can't wait to see you. Hopefully you'll be back. You say you're coming
Yes.
down in when?
June. I'm gonna come in June.
So, like I said, I can't wait to see you. Keep doing amazing things. Keep raising Caden to love Christ first, and keep just reminding him every day that he is somebody. And because we need to teach our young men. And I want all men, even the ones that don't look like us, but especially for us, we have to teach them to love themselves, to value
Yes.
themselves, because at the end of the
Yes.
day, if nobody values them and nobody tells them that they're worthy or that they're important, then they
Feel it.
won't rise to the occasion. Because
Yep.
Caden could have easily had a mom that was bitter because of his father incarceration.
Mm-hmm.
He could have easily had a mom to say, well, I don't care if you see your daddy or not. But because you didn't, because you love Caden enough to say, you know what, he may be incarcerated, but I am still going to do the best for him. I am
Mm-hmm.
still going to allow him to go to jail to visit him. And I promise you, he and his dad probably would have a more powerful relationship than parents that's not locked up, male or
Yep.
female.
Yep. I completely agree.
And
That was
so
my
for
thing.
that, I just commend you, and just continue to
Thank
just do
you.
you. I'm
Thank
so proud of you.
you.
You're not with your mom. And I know that probably was a
Thank
hard
you.
transition for her because, Caden was there with her. So, but
Yes.
I'm just so proud of you. I love
Thank
you.
you.
And I'm so glad that you decided to come on and just step out your box. And,
I love you
sometimes
too.
I bring a lot of people out their boxes.
Yeah, you
So
are.
I feel like
Listen,
if
you
I
done
can
had me
come out
talking
my
about
box,
everything
you
on
can.
here.
You see, I brought Mama out her box, Freddie out her box. I just be bringing people
Yes.
out their boxes because sometimes people need to hear other people's story instead of looking and say, well, why they act like that? Why are they,
I love you
why
more,
are they this?
Franny.
Why are they that? I love you too, friend. It doesn't matter what it looks like because everybody has a story.
Yep. And it looks
Just like,
different on
when Franny
everyone.
and I was talking about being a single mom, I made sure people didn't think we was promoting teen pregnancy. That's not what we was
Yes.
doing. And so that's why
Yes.
when I do these types of platform, it's letting people know if God did this for me,
Hmm.
he can do it for you, but it may look different how he's going to do it for you.
Representation
But the
matters.
end result is, as long as we
You
allow
doing
God
this?
to do it for us,
Yes.
we can do anything. We can soar like eagles. And you really have shown young mothers again that you can soar like eagles, but you have to want it.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You have to
Motivation
want it.
and
I
encouragement. That's the
completely
key.
agree.
But I just say I love you. And
Yes.
we will be
I love
talking.
you.
Enjoy your birthday. Happy birthday. Enjoy your
Thank
birthday.
you.
And like I
Thank
said, we're
you.
gonna we gonna keep these waist beads going. I might have to get me some
Yes.
more. You done said you got more, so now
Yes,
I have
we
to
are.
get me some more. I got two, but I have really enjoyed just chit-chatting with you. and tell your mom I said hello, and tell, oh, because you know I
Yes,
told you I got to go out of town, so I was
I
trying to get her to help
will.
me. And girl, but I did find the room, but it was just, and
Oh, where
so
you
just keep
going?
me in prayer because I'm going to Virginia on Saturday. I will be judging a pageant. So God is still opening doors for me as
Oh,
well,
that's so
keeping me out of my
exciting.
box. So I'm just
Congratulations.
excited. Yep, I'm just excited. Lynetta said waist beads are the best.
Congratulations. Thank you. Yes, they are. Thank you for the happy birthday. It's tomorrow. And yes, Lynetta, waist beads are amazing. I love, love, love my waist beads, y'all. They make me so happy. I love them. They balance you. And you get different ones. The woman that I get them from, they're based on the chakras too. So I'll get like the throat chakra, which is what I feel like I need to work on. I have the green one now, Aunt Donna. You'll like that one to go with that dating question. The green one
Talk
is
a little
about,
louder. I can't hear you. Talk a little
can
louder.
you can't hear me?
Okay, now, yeah,
You can hear me now?
yeah. So you
Each
can
one of
get
mine are
these
different.
already made.
Yeah, I'm gonna text you the website I go to. She's an amazing woman. She's based out of California. She has African waist beads. She's vegan. She's spiritual. She prays over them first. Amazing woman. I actually got to the honor of meeting her in person, and her energy is just as amazing in person, Aunt Donna. She's amazing. And so this green one that I have now is right here. It sits at the top. It's right up under here too, Aunt Donna. Um, it's about opening myself up to love
Well,
and being
Franny,
open.
she says she buys hers, and um
Can y'all hear
so
me?
just send us the link, Gina, so we can just send us the link so we can get some.
Can y'all hear me? I know it
Gina, you
messes
there?
up. I know some. Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear
Yeah,
me,
I
Franny?
said you're gonna send us the link, right?
Yes, yes, ma'am. I got you. I'm gonna send it to you guys. And like I said, each one of hers
Okay,
have different meanings. Each one of hers have different
okay,
meanings. So this green one I just got, I just put this green one. It was the last one I put on in October. Thanks, Franny, for letting me know. The last one I put on
okay,
in October. It's about opening myself up to love and companionship. And that's something I feel like I was closed off to for a long time. So being
right,
open to love and companionship and being accepting of it. I can be
right.
open to it. I can be as open to it as I want, but I have to accept it too. So
Yes,
being
yes.
accepting of the love that God is going to bring me in this man. So that's what this last one I just put on. I'm finally in a place where I was like, okay, Gina. So I put it on in maybe like October or November, and it's up
Right.
under here too, Donna. But it's the last one I put on, and it's just, and it's the green chakra. So it's based on that. But each one of mine have different meanings. One's about opening new doors, one's about new
Okay.
beginning, one, and then the other one was about coming through a dark path and finding your light. So each one of mine has a story. Each one has a symbol on it.
Okay.
And I love them and I wear them. I've had them on. I have not taken these things off. One has been on for 3 years, almost four, and the other one have been on for 2 years. And then that last one I put on has been on for about 8, 9 months now. But yeah, I have not taken them off. I wear them. They're my best
Well, just
friends.
make sure you send us the link so
I got y'all. I'll
we
send
can
it.
get some more we can get some more stuff going on. But I just want
Yes.
to say I love you. I love you. I
I
love
love
you.
you.
Tell your mom and Jordan them I said hello.
I
Can't wait to see
will.
you. Just
Can't
like I
wait.
said, just let me know when you're coming. And so we're gonna we're probably gonna do some stuff, you know.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. We gonna
Yeah,
do some
but
stuff.
I love you and just be
I love
safe and
you.
just keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you so, so, so much. Thank you for everyone who watched. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I appreciate it.
Yes. All right. I
I
love
love
you.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, as you can see, that has been an amazing interview. Thank you guys for just tuning in um, with Hot Topics with Donna, with my niece Gina Jackson from Fort Washington, Maryland. Guys, just continue to love, yourself. And if she was talking about waist beads, her and I was talking about waist beads. And so, if you're interested, just inbox me because she's going to send me the link, or you can make them yourself, like we did, and they are so amazing. But one thing I do want to tell you before I leave: trust God with everything that you are. It doesn't matter if you're not where you want to be, and that's okay. That is totally, totally okay. Because sometimes I'm not where I want to be, but it's okay. Just embrace whatever stage of your life that you're in, and be unapologetic about it, because at the end of the day, your walk is your walk, your story is your story. And so if you see me looking crazy sometimes, hey, it just may be one of those days that I just don't want to do anything. Because come Saturday, I will be up on my 1 year anniversary of my husband's death as me being a widow. And so when I talk about it, it gets easier, but the feeling on the inside doesn't change. And so, like I said, today I may be fine. Tomorrow, I don't know. I really don't know. But one thing I do know, as long as I have Christ, even if I'm in a bad place the rest of this week or Saturday or whatever the case may be, I have learned to trust him with everything that I am. And because without him, I'm nothing. So even in this grieving process, still grieving, but not grieving that I don't want to keep pushing, because I know if I stop pushing, he will be so disappointed in me. And so that just gives me the extra incentive to say, I got this. Even through his death, I still got this. Even when my heart is broken, I still got this, because God did not allow me to go through all of this and not prepare me and equip me. So some days I may look like I have it all together, and some days you may tell that I don't have it all together, and that's okay, because I have to walk my walk according to how God wants me to walk my walk. And nobody can tell me how to walk my walk, just like nobody can tell you how to walk your walk. But one thing I am saying, if you don't know who Christ is, just just ask him to come into your heart. Just like that. You don't have to jump over hoops. You don't have to do all that. Just say, Lord, save me. Be my personal savior. And he would do that. And he will guide you along the way, because it doesn't matter if you're saved 1 day, 10 days, it's still a work in progress. So every day I try to be better than I were today. Treat people how you want to be treated, and treat people even if they don't treat you right, still treat them the same. And when you talk to people, talk to them in love, because you never know what a person is going through. So if a person is already going through, you don't want to be that other person that damaged them. You do not want to do that, because then you're going to have to be answering to God. So even when you get frustrated, still manage to love even in your frustration. And it's okay if you get upset, but just don't treat people any kind of way, because we can't do that. And love the people that you love, to pray for the people that you still have issues with, and ask God to soften your heart, because at the end of the day, when we check up out of here, and if we don't have it right with whoever, you don't want that. You don't want that. Yeah, Franny, sometimes it is hard, but you know what? We have to ask God to help us, because it's hard when we try to do it ourselves. But when we have Christ, it becomes easy, because anything that we do in self is always going to be hard. Because I tried to do a lot of things in self and it never worked. It always failed. It always failed. But when I say, Lord, you have to help me in this area, he will, because he know we're not perfect, but he know we are his children, and he love us even when we fall short. So I just say I love you. I will be back next week, or I will be back Monday. Um, and just like I said, just love who you are. Just love who you are, and don't worry about what others think, because everybody has their opinion. But when you know who you are and who you belong to, you can walk the walk, and don't worry about what other people say, because it's not meant for them to understand. And only the people that's you understand. I love you too. Hey, Sissy, my best friend is on here. I don't know if Lynette is still on here, but thank you guys for just joining Hot Topics with Donna, where we are honest, open, and transparent. And like I said, my niece Gina Jackson was on here, and you guys just go back and watch the replay if you can, because she talked about being a single mom, going to school, having a partner at a time and then incarcerated, and now taking her son to see him while he's incarcerated, and they're building a wonderful relationship even being incarcerated. So if you don't understand that, then hopefully you can see the love that she have for her child's father, to say, no matter if he's still in jail or prison or wherever he's at, I still want to make sure I'm doing right. And that takes big shoes to do that, because she could be selfish, but she chose to love anyway because this is what her son needed. So until next week, love you too, sis. Until next week, I am your host, Hot Donna, with Hot Topics with Donna, where we do it honest, open, and transparent. And like I always tell you, if you know someone that wants to be a part of my platform, please just have them reach out to me. But like I always tell you too, make sure they know that you're reaching out to me and saying, hey, so and so, I think they have a story, or if they have a service, please let them know, because I don't want them fussing me out and saying, why are you calling me? So until then, I just say I love you. Have a good night, and I will see you next Monday, where I will have another amazing guest. So, like I said, you never know where my guests are going to be coming from. So my niece is in Fort Washington, Maryland. So you never know where the hot topic guests will come from. So just stay tuned. Just share my videos, and I love you. And you guys have a great night.